Each week on this video, we'll give you waiver wire pickups that you could put into your fantasy championship week. Jeff, I don't know who's still playing fantasy football in week 18, but there are some leagues out there that have 2-week championships or for some reason go in week 18. So let's help the good people out.
Just to let you know, these are the names we've got now, but as we start to see, okay, player X is going to be sitting out. We all remember Matt Flynn going off.
Let's start with the running back position. Who can we pick up that might be playable this week?
First choice has to be Jarrett Patterson for the football team, assuming Antonio Gibson is out. We don't know for sure. I mean, he sat because of COVID last week. But if he's the guy again, he catches passes. He got a bunch of dump-off passes late, really made people do well in their Week 17 if they had a Week 17 championship. As you mentioned to me before, he's 22% rostered on Yahoo. Means he's available out there. They get the Giants. Now, it's a road game. The Giants, I mean, they're talking about a team that's given up. And if Gibson does play, it might be a timeshare too.
How about the New York Jets running backs? Both of them, Walter and Ty Johnson had fantasy viability. Would you be comfortable starting them this week?
Perhaps. I mean, again, this is something we're going to have to watch throughout the week. Michael Carter, can he come back? Michael Carter still led the team in rushing late into that game, and because he had one big run early on, and then he got concussed. So that looked like a pretty bad concussion too. So we'll see about that. But Ty Johnson, he could be a goal line back. Now, granted, it's at Buffalo. Buffalo has something to play for. They need to still win the division. That is not guaranteed yet. They want to get that home game in the playoffs. So Buffalo's going to play hard in this game.
Wide receiver position. Again, we'll caveat it by saying, keep an eye, grind out the last week if this is an important week to you. But who are a couple wide receivers that we could pick up and put right into our lineup this week?
Let's start with the man of the hour, Cyril Grayson in Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown's gone. We know this. Mike Evans is compromised. He's dealing with a bad hammy. And Chris Godwin's gone. He's out for the season. So there is an opening there. We all were all over Tyler Johnson, and he may actually had a couple of catches, but Grayson, he went 6 for 81 on 8 targets against the Jets. It wasn't just that one late touchdown. He's been a part 2 weeks in a row now. Grayson is new to us, to our pool, but he's 28 years old. So this is not like, oh, I can't wait to build this dynasty. I've got another sneaky dynasty ad. That's your podcast. That's your jam. But this is someone that you can use for week 18 now. Carolina is a tough team to throw against, but it is also Brady and all that at home.
And the one thing we know that's important on a Tom Brady team is, does he trust you? Yes. He'll throw you the ball. Yes. That could be fantasy points. I really like that call right there. Okay, tight end position. Every week we're cycling through a tight end. Is there a tight end out there that is at least going to get playing time on Sunday?
Let's go back to the football team. John Bates. We all saw the Ricky Seals-Jones horrible collision with the cameraman. Both got hurt. I mean, Seals-Jones was ruled out right away. I got to imagine he's probably not going to play this week either. And we already know, they're thin at tight end right now. They've had 2 tight ends now get hurt. So Bates has got to be the guy. Bates was already getting a lot of play even before the Seals-Jones injury. Got 4 targets, 92% of the snaps. We heard his name earlier this year too when Seals-Jones was still hurt. He's a guy if you're flailing around. Another guy you might think about is Steven Anderson on the Chargers. That they've had a bunch of issues. They had COVID with Jared Cook last week. They also, obviously, that they're without Donald Parham. In a game that matters a lot, that Raiders-Chargers game is, that's one of the games that will really, truly matter.
The 3 quarterbacks that are likely going to be out there or could possibly be out there in your 1 QB leagues are going to be Trey Lance, Tyler Huntley, and Jordan Love. Put those guys in order for me in which you would prefer to have them and parse them out just a little bit.
I'm probably going Trey Lance, but there's a chance that Garoppolo comes back this week. I mean, and of course, the Niners have a lot to play for. Jordan Love is going to start. Aaron Rodgers is not going to play at Detroit. There's no reason. They have clinched the number 1 seed. So we know that Jordan Love will get the start, but he's not going to be throwing the Devontae Adams. He's not going to be handing it off to Aaron Jones. Probably A.J. Dillon's not even going to be in there a whole lot. So when you look at it from that vantage point, he's going to be playing with the B team.
Do you think it's wise for them to rest all of their starters, the Packers, and have 2 weeks off because they're going to have the bye? Plus, is the rust versus rest argument, right? So are you
worried about Aaron Rodgers having rust? Are you really worried about that? No, I'm not. I'm not worried about Devontae Adams having rust. No, bench him, rest him. It's like any other year when you get a top seed with the bye week. Those teams always rest their guys in the last week of the season. Now it's week 18 versus 17. That's the only difference. And it used to be that there's 2 teams that get a bye week. Now there's just 1. So yeah, absolutely rest them.
All right, that's it. Now, good luck in your championship week. And just remember to see all of our fantasy baseball content, draft kit. You can see everything right now for free. Just go to rotowire.com/try.